Hey everybody, it's Dana. Welcome back to my YouTube channel and blog. Today we are going to be brave and I'm going to use the Hero Arts Brave Lying stamp set. I did not play with this stamp set when it first came out, but I did play with it on Periscope and I thought I would share a video here with you guys. So let's go ahead and get started. So I'm going to be using my Tonic Studio stamp platform. I just got it the other day and I absolutely love this new tool, but I'll share that in another video. We're going to go ahead and stick to this card making today. So this stamp set here is a layering stamp set. If you guys are not familiar with that, it's just using 3 or more stamps to build up an image. So I'm going to zoom in a little bit tighter on this so you guys can see it. And usually when you do layering stamps, you're going to be using more than 1 ink as well. So I'm going to be using 3 on this one today. So the first one I'm going to use is from My Favorite Things, and this one is called Hot Fudge. Now what I do love about layering stamps, and especially this one, I have to say especially this one, is that to me you really can't mess this one up too much. You can be a little bit off on this and it's not going to be devastating. I've already made, like I said, this card on Periscope, and I realized you can't really fudge this one up too much. So you can really see the detail of this lion coming together already. And I actually just love this. I would have stopped right here and like watercolor the rest of it. But like I said, this is a layering stamp set. So we're going to go ahead and layer on the next piece. So I'm going to go ahead and clean this one off and set this piece aside. And now I'm going to bring in the next layer. So this is like the mane of the lion. So you can just see, I'm just going to place that right on top. And you can see it kind of now starts to fill in the lion's face. Isn't that gorgeous? I don't know why I didn't pull this out and play with this earlier, because I love, love, love this stamp set. So I'm going to place that right there on top. And I'm going to bring over the lid, gently press down, and then lift that up. So now the next color I'm going to bring in is like this burnt orange color. Now this color cube was included in the, I believe it was the June card kit from Hero Arts. So I'm going to go ahead and press that down, and you're going to see how now it starts to build up this image. So can you see how fun that's already starting to look? So you get like all of his wispy little hairs in his mane. And like I said, if you're slightly off on this one, you do not have to worry. This layering part of this stamp set, to me, if you're off just a little bit, it's okay. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh, I just love this. It is so pretty and so detailed. Okay, that layer is done. Again, you can stop here, and I think it would absolutely be beautiful, but we're going to keep going, and we're going to go to the last layer. So I'm going to peel this one off and bring in the last layer. Now the last layer, you're going to very, very faintly see like the eyeballs in the mouth, just very faintly. And that's going to show you where to line up that last layer. Now right along the edges as well, you're going to see just the outline to line up the little parts of his mane. Now again, if you're a little off on this, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, because it still looks good when it's done. I'm going to go ahead and close my lid and pick it back up. Now this color is going to be the lightest of your colors. So this one here, I'm going to use Memento Dewdrops, and this color is called Cantaloupe. So I'm going to add some of this color. Now you're going to see here where I say don't worry if you're a little bit off. I'm going to close this lid down. You're going to see on the right side, I have a little bit more of a mane than I do on the left side. But it's okay. See how beautiful it still looks? Oh my God, I love, love, love this stamp. Did I tell you that already? Did I tell you already how much I love this stamp? It's so bold and so beautiful. I'm going to press that down again and look how gorgeous. Now I am going to just take the tip of my ink cube and just sponge in a little bit more color. I did this on the first card that I made on Periscope and I really liked how it came out. And I'm just going to add a little bit of few wispies off to the right side just to fill in just a tad bit. But look how beautiful and detailed this image is. I absolutely love it. So I'm going to go ahead and move that off of my platform. I'm going to clean off that stamp because I'll totally forget that it's there. And I'm going to go ahead and move this out of the way. All right, so now we have our lion done. And I'm going to use a rectangle die. And I believe this one is from My Favorite Things as well. And we're going to make him definitely the centerpiece of our card. So I'm going to go ahead and die cut him out. Look how detailed that image is. Oh God, he is definitely a proud lion. Definitely a proud lion. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this out. I'm going to take it over to my die cutter and cut it out. And now he's all done. Now I'm going to leave him in the die because I just want to add a tad bit of color, but I still want to keep a white border around. So I'm going to grab a piece of scrap paper and I'm going to use that same ink that I used for his mane, and I'm going to use a ink blending tool. Now I'm not going to color the entire background. I just want to add a little bit of the color right around the edge of the die. So just across the bottom, really in the corners and very lightly in the middle. This is really just going to highlight the lion without really adding too much color. So this is a great way to keep your dies, your image rather, in your die, and you still end up with a really pretty white border. And it just highlights whatever is in the center of that die. It's a really great technique to do a little bit of spotlighting on your image. All right, so that looks pretty good. Now I'm going to go ahead and pop out that image. And look how that looks. It really gives a really great highlight to the image. And now our line is really the centerpiece. So I'm going to pull that away. And now I'm going to go ahead and grab my sentiment. So I'm going to use the U rule sentiment from this here. And I'm just going to, I think I'm going to place it right underneath my lion. I think that looks good right there. All right, so now since I know where I'm going to place it, I'm going to bring back in my platform, my stamp platform, so I can make sure that I stamp this correctly and I don't mess this up because, you know, that line is looking pretty fierce on there. And I want to make sure that my sentiment is lined up perfectly. So I'm just going to put that right back on the bottom. I think that looks good. Going to put back my magnet just to make sure I hold everything in place. Now I'm going to use the same ink. So I'm going to use the hot fudge that I used earlier to start out my lion, just so I can keep all of my colors all the same. I'm going to go ahead and press that down. Now I want my sentiment to be really bold, so I'm going to go ahead and double stamp that. Now I do believe that this stamp set is still available over at Hero Arts. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and move that heroarts.com, or you might be able to find it at Simon Says Stamp. All right, so that is done. Now I'm going to go ahead and pair this up with some gold, like a goldy background card base, and I'm going to use the Fall Plaid paper from Fawn. I'm just going to grab out two pieces here. I'm going to grab out a chocolate brown, and I'm also going to grab out a pretty plaid that's going to have some teal colors in it, as well as some of that gold color, some of that burnt orange that's in our lion. and some of the brown as well. That looks fabulous. Now this is going to be a great masculine card. A fantastic masculine card. So now I want to go ahead and just have a little bit of a border around that image, because again, I still want my lion to be the masterpiece on this card, but I do want to add some color to my card. So I'm going to go ahead and place down my image. I'm just going to lay it there, and now I'm going to use my Perfect Layers tool. I will link to a video on exactly how these fantastic tools work. And I'm going to also grab my X-Acto knife. And these little tools, rulers rather, have little increments on them. So I'm going to use the 3/8 one. And I'm going to have a little bit of a border all the way around this image. So I'm going to lightly lift that image just so I can make sure that my ruler hooks right onto the side. And then I'm going to go ahead and trim down that piece of paper so I have a nice little plaid border all the way around my lion. So I'm going to go ahead and do that side. I'm going to go ahead and start on this side. And like I said, I'll link up right here in the corner and below to the video on how to use this little tool here. It is super easy to use and it's one of the best things in my craft room. All right, so now that is done, I have a perfect border all the way around my lion. Very cute. And now we're going to go ahead and start assembling the card. So I'm going to use, like I said, that chocolate plaid paper. I really love this paper pad because I love the light brown on darker brown. The stripes are just gorgeous in this paper pad. I don't know if this is still available from Lawn Fawn or not, but it is one of my favorite fall paper pads to go to. All right, so this card base is out of an envelope set from Michaels. I got it last year, so again, I don't know if this is still available or not. It was one of their hot buys. So I'm going to go ahead and bring that in. And this is going to be, like I said, a great masculine card. Very clean and simple, not a lot of fuss. Because you guys know sometimes I struggle with making masculine cards. But this one you can easily mass produce. So how pretty is that? So I'm going to go ahead and put this down. I'm not even putting foam tape on this, you guys. This is going to be very easy to send through the mail as well. I'm going to line that up and place that down. That looks great. I do want to add a touch of teal to this, so I am going to use just a few enamel dots on here just to add a little bit of color just to the edges of this panel. And we're done. We're done. So see how easy that was? Now I'm going to show you the card that I also made on Periscope so you can see how easy it is to mass produce this card. See how gorgeous that is? Oh, love it. You rule. You guys rule. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys in another video. Take care and have a fantastic day. Bye-bye, everybody.